Welcome back to the Knicks Rewind podcast, where we have a lot to talk about and a lot of exciting, some not so exciting things, but a lot of exciting stuff to talk about. As it's been over a week now since we've done the last show. We did our first show of the season after the first Pacers game, the first game of the year, where we lost, but we had some good things to say. And it's been 5 games since, and now we're 3-3.
Yes, we are.
So we're going to talk about what we've liked, what we haven't liked. It's mostly going to be what we've liked because there's a lot of things, a lot of good things. Some coaching staff, some other NBA stuff, and we're going to look into the future of this team for the rest of the year and where we think we're going to end up and what we like. Let's just get right into it.
All right.
What have you loved so far? I won't say loved, but what have you really liked so far? From what you've seen in the first 6 games.
I think there are a lot of things to say, but I think my number one thing is probably the fact that this has actually looked like a functioning, real, normal NBA team. With good ball movement, good defense, we're competitive, and I think literally in every single game we've played in this season, we've been pretty competitive.
I mean, there've been some big losses,
the
like
Philly game, I'd say.
Yeah, and like some games have gotten away from us, like the Pacers game and the Raptors game. But other than that, like everything,
the Raptors game was pretty fluky in my opinion. Like I think we were in that game and just could not buy a bucket. Like I think we had open looks, decent shooters, guys like Bullock had open looks and just missed them, so that was a fluky game. But I just say, and that comes from the coaching, like everything I'm talking about with the organization and the team looking good and functional, like that comes from Tibbs. And the Knicks actually looked like a well-coached team, because last year, the year before that, forever, we don't win that game that we won last night against the Pacers.
For sure. I thought there was a 100% chance we were going to lose that game when they went up by 3 points in the fourth. I was like, okay, this is over. Like, I've seen this movie a million times. But then, Julius Randle comes up with a big steal. We get some big crucial stops. Mitch has a block and then a rebound, outlet pass. We'll talk about yesterday's game a little more extensively because it was so recent. And I'll start. The guys who I really liked in yesterday's game, I really like Austin Rivers. I think he was a great pickup, and I think we got him on a great deal.
Guy,
we got him for 3 years, $10 million. Like, that's a steal.
I love Austin.
I'm pretty shocked that we ended up getting him for that price. He played great. Randle didn't shoot as well as he has been shooting, but he was passing the ball well.
He
still got his assists.
He was all right. Yeah, he was solid.
And he had that big crucial defensive play, which is a play that he wouldn't have made last year.
Surprising, yeah.
And a guy who's not known for his defense, came up with like a game-changing play. So that was great. Mitch was great offensively and defensively. Yeah, he was great all around. He had that crucial block at the end, like I said. Him and Randle really held Sabonis in check. He killed us the first game, and Sabonis didn't play as well. So that was fantastic.
Turner had a weird game. I think Turner's a funky player. I
don't love his game. He shoots too many threes.
Got that, he shoots.
I mean, he hit a few, but he shoots too many.
He also just has that huge, high arcing shot. Yeah. That just, it feels like he's just chucking.
Brogdon had a great game.
Brogdon's special.
Yeah, he's a really good player. Efficient. He was 6 for 6 from 3 at one point.
Yeah, how they got him for what they got him for was just that was.
Well, he would be he's the perfect guy for the Bucks. I mean, I don't think they wanted to pay him, which I think made sense at the time. But he's a great player.
Though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they're very similar players, him and Drew. Really good shooting, good defenders. I don't know.
I want to give a shout out to Reggie Bullock because defensively he's been our best wing defender all year. And Thibs said something like this year he's really playing defense, and I think that's fantastic. And I'm excited for him because he's a much needed wing guy. And when he was guarding Oladipo didn't have a field goal.
Yeah.
And he fights over every screen. He doesn't really commit very many dumb fouls. The one thing that I want to see with Bullock is if he's going to be our starting wing, he's really got to be the 3-and-D guy. He's got the defense down.
He's got to shoot better.
But he's got to shoot a little bit better if he wants, because, shooting, although we've had a somewhat hot start from 3, aside from that Raptors game where we shot 3 for 33, he's got to be the guy that we can rely on to hit an open corner 3. He's going to be the guy who's going to have a lot of timely open shots, and he's just got to knock him down. And he's hit him occasionally, but not quite enough.
Yeah, he's only shooting 32% so far this year, and he's gotten a decent amount of open looks. So right. I would think that he should be better and hopefully will be better. I think he's a good enough shooter. I think he's shot above 36-37% in his career, so he'll come up, I think. And other guys will go down, as a result of that, but I think we're already starting to see that a little bit. Like Randle's not hitting many, and etc.
RJ Barrett had a bounce back game after a horrid 3 games, or not, about 3 games after the first game. He should just play the Pacers every night. I had
2 good games against them. I don't know what it is, why he shoots well in, what is it called, Bankers Life Fieldhouse? Is that their, whatever, and doesn't shoot well anywhere else. I think tomorrow's going to be an interesting test for him against the Hawks. He played really well against them last year twice. So I think we need a big game from him tomorrow night.
Yeah, we'll do a little preview of that in a minute. RJ, the shot finally went down after missing 21 consecutive threes.
Yeah.
I was pretty furious at the end of that Raptors game because I wanted to figure out, I was like, Tibbs, we got to figure out how to get him involved. That's not just a spot-up 3-point shooter. We got to do some off-the-ball stuff. Yeah. And it's hard when you can't shoot because, defenders aren't going to respect you for hard. But
I think his game kind of revolves around. He's also just, his problem, and I've always kind of been worried about this, is he struggles really exploding by guys. You know what I mean?
But he has the strength and athleticism to get around.
Kind of chunks his way to the rim. He's got to finish. He still has to finish a little better around the rim, but at the same time, I think, I don't know. He was kind of trying to shoot his way out of it against the Raptors, and I think that came at the negative effect of the team.
So he ended up dropping 25 last night on pretty efficient numbers. He hit 3 or 4 threes, 4 maybe, right?
I think he hit 4. He's 4 for 5.
Yeah, he's 4 for 5, which is fantastic. I mean, that's not going to be his thing, obviously, but the fact that he is showing some signs after, having an atrocious shooting spell, that's good.
Yeah, and I think he was 6 for 7 from the line, which is also encouraging.
Right. And the free throws, that's one thing that has been better. Yeah. I remember Mike said, one silver lining of his shooting struggles this year, has been the free throws. Those have been pretty good.
Yeah, he's been shooting well.
Austin Rivers has been great off the bench. Or has been, he's played 2 games.
For whatever, the 2 games.
But he had 15, 2 and 2 in 17 minutes. And he played the crunch time minutes. And he had some great defensive plays. He had some big shots. He's got that nasty jab step that reminds me of Melo.
When he hit the 3.
He exaggerates it so much, and it works.
But he shifted McDermott on that one. It was saucy. Yeah.
So nice. I think he's going to be a real piece for us. And I think he's also going to be crucial. If we want to make a run at the play-in or the 8th seed or something, I'm not saying we will, but I'm just saying if that ends up happening, he's going to be a crucial part of that.
He will be. No, he definitely will be. I think his emergence probably seals the coffin or is the nail in the coffin for our boy, but I just don't see a lot of minutes for him anymore.
He's also out.
Yeah, he's out. He's out, but where's he going to play? Does he play over quickly?
No, he shouldn't either. He hasn't.
It'll also be interesting to see what happens when Obi, Knox, and Burks are healthy. Because then you have do you not play Obi? Do you play Knox or do you play Obi?
I think it depends. Burks. Well, because Knox is so inconsistent. He had 0 yesterday, but he played well in his home city of Tampa a couple days before, right?
He was all right in that game.
He was all right, but he had 15 off the bench.
Yeah, it's fair.
He shot 45%. That's fantastic for Kevin Knox.
Yeah.
But he was bad. Like when we're texting during the games, we're just like Knox. Like he just like misses easy floaters around the rim. He just doesn't shoot well. So yeah, I think it's interesting.
Fouls,
I think
3-point shooters. Yeah, like that's
yeah.
him.
I think if they had to decide who would you rather see right now, Knox or Obi, I would probably rather see Obi, even though it's been such a small sample size.
After that Pacer game, though, I don't know.
It's been one game. Like we got to try it.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I know.
I'm really happy that Quickly's back too.
I'm really happy. That definitely made a difference. I think we played really well when he was on the floor. I just love the way he's so crafty with both getting inside and drawing those little cheeky fouls, which I hate.
You hate when you're playing against him,
but I love it.
But you love it. Yeah, no, it feels like he's a veteran point guard out there.
No, and he can shoot.
Yeah, he hit a three. Yeah, exactly.
That's the only worry is I think RJ playing with Peyton hurts him a little bit because on that starting lineup, we really don't have a lot of guys that can shoot.
It's only Bullock.
It's only Bullock.
Randle, and kind of
maybe Randle. Yeah, kind of. So, but then when RJ's on the floor with Quickly, you kind of got more space for him. He can attack the basket, because RJ kind of drives to the basket, similar a la Luka, where they kind of chunk their way to the basket, very slow, methodical. But Luka plays with all the space in the world, so it's a little different. It's opposite situations.
Let's talk about the emergence of Julius Randle for a minute because we haven't done a show since
we haven't
the first
talked
game, so we haven't talked about this. So in a general, Julius Randle has been fantastic. He's our leader in points with 21. He's our leader in rebounds with 10.5 and assists with 7.2.
He's averaging 7 assists a game.
Yeah, and so I don't really want to sound like a broken record because this is all stuff you've seen on Twitter and heard from Green and Clyde and everything. But the emergence of him and the comparison from him this year to last year is pretty phenomenal. Right. I mean, it just goes to show what a new coaching or a good coach can do. So he's not.
I just think
Go ahead.
He has some sort of direction this year, which I think he didn't have last year under Fizz. I think Fizz is very I'm just gonna let you go on the floor and you can kind of do what you want, and I'm gonna give you a hug after, and we're gonna get a beer.
We're gonna smile after a 40-point loss to the Bucks.
Kisses, I think. But I don't think if Randle makes some of those stupid I think one thing we haven't really seen a ton of this year is him turning the ball over on some of those stupid spin moves. I think Randle's turnovers are more just because he's trying to pass and he might be trying to make too many fancy passes.
He's not forcing the action getting to the basket. He's not drawing. He's not
trying to double spin.
Right. He's not charging into people. He's not just throwing the ball away. They're well thought out. He knows what he's doing. He's planning his moves.
Yeah.
And his passing really is good. It's good.
It's huge.
It's not just a fluky. You watch the games.
No, it's good.
He's hitting cutters. He's hitting these backdoor guys. Whenever he catches the ball, his first look is to pass. And this is so unexpected because, he got a lot of shit last year for all the turnovers and all the bad shots and all the missed threes. But he's shooting 50% from three. Now, that's not going to sustain itself, but...
No, it's not. It's not. He'll probably finish... If he finishes above 30, though, because I think he was 27 last year, that is a win.
No, absolutely.
I think everything he's done so far is just perfect, and I would love to keep it that way. I hope it will stay that way. But he's been awesome. Yeah.
So it's only been 6 games, and all Knicks fans have trust issues because we've seen this movie before. Good start, it kind of falls. These guys,
all the Porzingis years.
Yeah, exactly. All the Porzingis Melo years. We'll start well, fall off a cliff. For Randle specifically, do you see this play to maintain itself?
I honestly, I have no fucking idea, because I think one thing that is a little concerning about him and looking at it, and it's not on him actually, it's the fact he's playing 38 minutes a game at this point in the season, which is a lot, and that's one of the things that comes along with having Tibbs as your coach. So is RJ. RJ's also playing 38 minutes a game.
Yeah.
But I think that would be the most concerning thing for me now. Nothing about Randle tells me that he's really going to get worse. Because okay, maybe he hits a couple less threes a game. He's not taking that many to begin with. So I don't really think that's going to impact him or the way he plays it all. As long as he keeps the same mindset of passing and being that guy for us who distributes, I think we'll be fine, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, I totally agree. So I want to talk about Tom Thibodeau for a minute, because defensively this team has been pretty great.
Yeah.
Now, you take away the first game, we gave 121. It's the first game of the season. We gave 109 to Philly, which is pretty good. Then we gave up 110 to the Bucks, which is great considering they're the Bucks. Yeah. 86 to the Cavs, who were scoring the most at that point.
Yeah.
Then 100 to the Raptors. And then 100.
Last night I thought was our most sound defensive.
And then 102 to the Pacers. Yeah.
Because I think they hit their threes.
Right.
And we still, like, Sabonis was a non-factor, which is
Randle and Mitch completely took it out of the game. And so, like, you look at the Bucks, they missed an absurd amount of threes. Yeah. You look at the Cavs, they missed so many threes. So I'm like, you know what, this like defense, it's great. Like, I don't want to just take away the credit, but it's a little fluky.
That's what I was thinking.
And then the Pacers, Brogdon was like 6 for 6 at one point from three.
They hit like 19 threes last night.
And we still
scored 102 points.
Yeah, and it still ended up winning.
I thought that was telling. I think it's telling how we took a team, and I think a lot of this is credit to Mitch and Noel coming off the bench, is like we dominated the interior. Like we won the rebounding battle by a lot, didn't give up second chance points. Like that's the best game I've seen Mitch play in a while.
If you could rate, so we'll talk about the last 6 games for a minute, and then we'll move on to the future of the season and then some other NBA stuff. If you could rate how the season has gone so far, A through F, what would you give it, the first 6 games?
I'd say like an 8.5. No, like a 9. 9, like 0.2. The only reason it's not like a 10 is because we should have won that game or against Toronto.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I would probably give it a 9.4.
Yeah. Other than that, I think everything's been great. And the only other thing is I think I would have liked to see like a little more from RJ. Then I'd be like totally happy. But 9-2 is what I'm going to go with.
So I'm going to list the next 5 games we play. And then we'll make.
They're not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
Like kind of over.
So we play the Hawks. That team is playing well, but that is like, quote, I don't want to say winnable, but that is possible. Like that is.
No, I mean they're playing well, but at the same time, I think like if we can shut down them again, I don't know. You never know.
So we're playing them on the road. Not that I don't know how much like home court really matters this year, but yeah, it's just the travel probably. That's
more like
thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll win tomorrow. Then we play the Jazz. And Donovan Mitchell's been fine. Now, not very good, actually. Not even fine.
Not very good. He's been bad.
We're playing the Jazz at home. I think that's winnable. I think that's more winnable than the Hawks.
Interesting.
I think we're going to struggle with the Hawks. I
still think the Hawks are kind of fluky.
Okay, I don't. I think
they're not. I don't think
Gallo is out.
Playoff team, but I think they're like. I don't think they're better than Indiana.
Okay, I probably don't think they're better than Indiana either. Gallo is out, which is good. Then we have the Thunder at home. We got to win that game if we want to be serious.
Yeah, we have to win that game.
And then we have the struggling Nuggets at home. I wouldn't say we have to win that game, but it'd be so nice to win that game.
It would be nice to win that game. I think we can win any. It's nice sitting here and being like, okay, these games aren't a wash. Like I think like we have a chance to win each of these next 4 games.
Right.
I don't think we will, but we'll be competitive in them.
And then after the Nuggets we have the Hornets.
It's
like we should win these games. And then we have the Nets, and then we have the Cavs, and we have the Celtics, and so on and so on. That Nets game is going to be fun. I really wish I could be at the Garden for that. Like, that would be so fun.
God, they're going to lose. They might lose.
Right now?
They're messing up my parlay, dude. Oh, God.
Yeah, so I think we're 3-3 right now. After the next 4 games, I hope to be 4-4, and I'll be so happy.
Wait, what do you mean? No, we'll be 5-5.
Sorry, 5-5.
Yeah.
My bad.
Just keeping that. Let's stay 500 all year.
Do you think this? Give me a percentage right now for playoffs / play-in.
20.
20?
That feels a little high.
I'd probably say 15.
I'll say 20.
But we were talking before the pod started. I'll pull up the standings real quick.
Yeah.
What teams would have to not make it for us to make it? Like, are we truly better than some of these teams?
So
and it's so early.
Do we count playoffs as like bottom 5, or I mean top 10 or top 8? Like, is it play in or playoffs?
Well, the 10 seed doesn't. They don't.
I thought it was what's
the play-in rule? It wouldn't be 10. It would be 1 through 9.
I've never understood the deal with the play-in.
All right, let's just right now. Let's say 1 through 9.
Okay.
Let's say play-in counts.
Okay, fine.
So
yeah,
I'll give you a team that I don't think, and then you'll give me a team, and then we'll see how many we have.
Gonna make the playoffs?
Yeah. So first the Wizards. They're not gonna make the playoffs.
They're not gonna make the playoffs.
They're terrible.
No chance. Yeah. But they're about to beat the Nets. So what is that?
Nice.
What is that? Where does that leave Brooklyn? Like,
Brooklyn's...
are they going to think about breaking up KD and Kyrie after 7 games? I don't know. All right, yeah. So you say the Wizards?
Yeah, I say the Wizards. They're not making the playoffs.
Pistons. No chance.
I say the Bulls have no shot.
I agree.
I think the Bulls are bad.
I think the Bulls are
really bad.
They're just like never going to figure it out.
No, they need to blow it
like
up.
A weird team.
It's time to like trade Levine, get some for Levine.
Yeah. Also, their young guys just haven't been as good as they should.
So that's 3. Give me 4.
You're gonna disagree. You might disagree with me, but Charlotte.
I'll say Charlotte. I think we're better than Charlotte.
They're just bad defensively. Like I watched because Sixers were on, and Philly just killed. Just
well, like Devontae Graham, LaMelo, they're not playing defense.
Like not the same with Scary Terry. Like,
right.
He's balling out. But...
All right, so we'll say that's 4. I think we can be better than the Hornets. And this is all, like, I think we can. Like, I'm not saying I think we will.
All right, and then Cavs.
And I'm going to say Cavs at 5.
And then you start to get into, okay, those are 5 that...
So then we need one more team. So that would leave us at the 10 seed.
So
if we're better than those.
Yeah, if we nickel and dime with these teams, say Magic... That's a team, maybe.
Raptors, maybe?
Toronto might not be that good.
They're such a maybe. They're such a maybe. We should have won that game. There's been a lot of stuff online about trades for Kyle Lowry.
And I probably would say Brooklyn.
No, Brooklyn will be fine.
Yeah, that Brooklyn.
So then we have a shot. 15%. 15.
Yeah. I take it.
All right, let's not talk about the playoffs anymore. Like it's just
keep doing our own thing. We're gonna be fine.
You want to talk about some league stuff?
Yeah, let's go around the league. All right, who do you think, if you had to guess through 6 games? Here's some like quick predictions.
All right, let me shoot me some stuff.
Best team in the East. Give it to me.
Through the 6 games so far?
No. For the rest of the year.
Oh, for the rest of the year?
6.
Based on 6 games, who I think is going to be best team. I know who you're going to say. As you always say it. I think it's still the Bucks.
It probably is, but Philly's good. Man.
They're 5-1. Yeah, they're good. Who was their one loss?
Oh my god, I have no idea. Let me check. Sixers. Cavs, but
right.
Joe Alden.
Okay, right.
Joe Alden. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So then I'll ask you the same
question.
Blown
everyone else out, pretty much.
I'll ask you the same question for the West.
I'm gonna say Clippers.
Yeah, probably.
I like them.
Suns are real though. They're not gonna be the 1 seed, but they're real.
But they're real. McCall is the truth.
Fuck, dude, we should have picked.
Yeah, I know, man. And Porter's good too.
I know.
It's annoying.
We messed that one up. We messed that one up.
Fortnite, Mr. Fortnite.
Fortnite costume. All right, ask me something else.
Who do you think is going to be the league MVP?
After 6 games? That's so tough.
But who do you think it's going to be? Just to the end of the year.
Oh, God. I don't know. It's not Luka so far.
No, I don't think Luka's going to win. I don't think they're going to be in it. I think they're going to regress a little bit.
Yeah. Couldn't tell you. I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
Paul George.
Is it Paul George right now?
I don't know. He's played really well, though.
There's something else. Oh, no, it's probably Trae Young right now, if we're being honest.
MVP?
Right now, probably. He's averaging 30.
All right. Yeah.
And they're 4-2.
He's also just like he's still pretty shitty on defense.
Well, he's terrible on defense, but like if you're putting up 30, you kind of make up for it.
I don't know, Joel Embiid.
He's gonna play 55 games.
All right, we'll see. What
has been the most surprising team for you this year
so far?
Yeah,
who's played well? I mean, I'm probably inclined to say the Cavs because they're like 4-2, but we played them and they did not impress me at all.
No,
like I don't know. They might have. I don't know anything about them though. Like I don't know if they've had an easy schedule to this point. I mean, they got the Sixers without Joel on the second night of a back-to-back. Like that's kind of fluky. I don't know.
For me, it's probably the Magic. You could either go Magic or Cavs. I mean, the Cavs is probably more surprising because the Cavs suck.
Philly blew them out though. The Magic, like they got a rude awakening.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Sixers. Like it wasn't ever close.
Right. Most disappointing
team so far. I kind of want to say the Nuggets or probably the Nuggets.
I was gonna say I was also gonna say
the Blazers
or the Mavericks.
Mavs.
I mean, you don't have KP, but they've been pretty disappointing. They kind of Luka hasn't been great. He's not shooting well.
I kind of had a feeling he would get worse this year after they lost Curry and without KP too, because he just doesn't have the spacing he had last year. With like Seth and KP, like you could just literally play 5 out. This dude has all the space he wants to just like roam around in the lane, but now he doesn't have that without KP. And Josh Richardson is not the shooter that Seth Curry is. So,
right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's. I mean, I'd say Blazers. They had like a big off season, like an active off season. It's not what you want to see if they still aren't playing very well. After all that, but.
I think, look, I have no idea what's going to happen with James Harden or anything.
Yeah,
but I think you still got to watch out for the Rockets a little bit.
I like
how John Wall's been playing, and look, I don't know if
Christian Wood
and Christian Wood's playing great. I don't know if James Harden will be on this team in 4 weeks.
Yeah,
but if James Harden's still on this team, you got Christian Wood, James Harden, John Wall. I don't know what Boogie Cousins has been doing.
Yeah.
I still think you got to look at them. I still think you look at them and be like, okay, this team is still like I wouldn't want to play this team in the playoffs.
No, I wouldn't either. I think they're up and down. They're pretty deep. I don't know if they got that whole PJ Tucker situation revolved, but they still have him. I think Wood's awesome. I have no idea how Boogie's been playing, if I'm going to be totally honest. But Wall looks
he looks legit. And if you're a Wizards fan, you got to be kind of sad because Wizards look awful. Westbrook looks terrible. Yeah. I mean, Westbrook's putting up triple doubles, but he's not shooting well, and he's not winning the games.
Close one. The Wizards. I'm watching that one pretty closely. The Wizards game. Wizards Nets.
Oh yeah, it's a 1-point game with 4 minutes to go. Let's wrap it up and then go watch the game.
All right. Thanks
for listening. We will see you guys soon, and shout out Twitter at Knicks Rewind Pod. We're active there all throughout the games.
Yeah,
just tweeting what we see. So follow us there, and we'll follow back because we follow everyone back.
All right.
Peace. Thanks for listening.
Bye.